In a Washington hotel ballroom, a high-stakes presidential gathering is moments away from starting. But just outside the doors, standard security protocol is about to face a violent, direct challenge. A man charges a Secret Service checkpoint with a firearm in his hand. He is sprinting directly toward the ballroom, where Donald Trump and various cabinet members are gathered. At point-blank range, he raises a shotgun and fires. The blast hits a Secret Service agent directly in his bulletproof vest, before the shooter is tackled to the ground and taken into custody. The attack was a blunt display of force, but as investigators began to process the suspect, the terror of the event was surpassed by a deep technical confusion regarding his identity. When authorities investigate a political attacker, they expect to find a trail. They look for prior criminal records, extremist manifestos, or a history of digital radicalization. 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen, a resident of California, provided none of those markers. Allen holds a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from Caltech and a master's in computer science from California State University. Professionally, he spent 6 years as a college prep tutor. In 2024, his institute named him Teacher of the Month. His public life was defined by pro-social contributions. He developed a STEAM chemistry game, a prototype emergency brake for wheelchairs, and technologies to assist the elderly. He had no criminal record and had never appeared on any law enforcement watch lists. For agencies trained to identify threats by scanning for red flags, a background this unblemished offers no starting point for an investigation. We must look at the concentric security rings used to protect political figures. The outermost layer uses data matching to block myelin histories. Allen passed through this perimeter without an alarm. As a registered hotel guest, he had legitimate access. Because his profile contained 0 high-risk indicators, the automated threat detection systems effectively treated him as if he weren't there at all. This case highlights a major vulnerability in modern security protocols designed to stop known threats. They are poorly equipped to handle a lethal actor with a clean record. Once inside the hotel, Allen began searching for a structural gap in the surveillance. He found a lightly monitored storage area near the terrace-level entrance, a makeshift room used for bar carts. Because no one was watching this specific corner, Allen had the time and privacy to begin preparing for the attack. He unpacked an arsenal from his luggage that included a shotgun, a handgun, and multiple knives. When he eventually walked out and fired at the security checkpoint, the Secret Service agent survived only because his bulletproof vest was rated to handle a high-powered shotgun blast at close range. Allen's proximity to the target wasn't the result of a failure in physical force, but a failure in logistics. He exploited a blind spot created by his own appearance of innocence. Following the arrest, the search for a clear political motive only made the profile more contradictory. Records show Allen recently contributed $25 to Kamala Harris's presidential campaign. However, officials state that during his interrogation, he claimed he was specifically targeting Donald Trump's staff. Trump described the shooter as a sick person, noting investigators believe he was a lone wolf. Without a clear ideological footprint, this case doesn't follow the typical path of political radicalization, making the transition from Teacher of the Month to shooter even harder to explain. This incident forces a closer look at the way national security agencies identify and stop domestic threats before they happen. Modern law enforcement relies on predictive models to find attackers, but when these algorithms scanned Cole Allen, they returned a result of 0% risk. The existence of a shooter like Allen indicates that these multi-billion-dollar predictive systems have a gap that logic alone cannot close. It suggests a different kind of lone wolf, not just someone who acts without a group, but someone whose most effective weapon is their ability to blend perfectly into successful, everyday society. When a threat is indistinguishable from a high-achieving citizen, our most sophisticated security protocols are essentially scanning an empty room.